2 that we'll be seeing a little bit later on. Now this model is beautifully presented. If you get a chance to have a look at it close up, all of the rivet detail, all the panel detail, even he took photos to show the oil stains that they are on the aircraft.
And as Ando will explain the details of this, well, it looks like a toy, but it is no toy, folks.
Rusty, you are so right there. That machine will set you back the cost of a small car. That is a real jet engine in there using real jet fuel. The model itself weighs about 32 kilos at takeoff, and that engine, it idles at 33,000 RPM and at full speed operates at 100,000 RPM. And it is such a small engine, it is just incredible the power it puts out. Now those of you who have seen a Hornet flying, he replicates those manoeuvres beautifully. We'll show you some of the more detailed ones in a couple of seconds. But this aircraft can get up to 400 kilometres an hour, which is faster than some of the light aircraft that you see flying here out of the Central Coast Airfield at Warnervale. Now this is not an entry-level aircraft by any manner of means. Levi has really worked up through the ranks and the skill levels to be able to fly this aircraft so beautifully. As I said, the cost of the machine is about that of a small car. But he doesn't tell his wife that.
That's why you put such a vague number on that one. Well done, Ando.
Now you see the aircraft is set up now. It is in a configured parts, or so-called dirty parts. You can see everything's hanging out. The undercarriage is down, the tail hook is down. You slow the aircraft up. And we've seen this with the real aircraft where they waggle the wings a little bit, give a bit of a wave to the crowd. Gear up, tail hook up, and accelerates away. An incredible amount of electronics goes into this. There are servos that operate the undercarriage doors, all of the control surfaces, ailerons, rudders, flaps. You can also see the nav lights there. So this is one hell of a model. Really, when you look at it, he is controlling an aircraft remotely. Now, this is exactly what is being done all around the world now with unmanned aerial vehicles. And you've seen probably a lot of the footage of these aircraft as they operate around the world. You could sit at Creech Air Force Base in the United States and be flying a Global Hawk all the way to Australia to land by itself basically at Pearce Air Base in Western Australia. Now a high alpha pass. This is where the nose of the aircraft sits up very, very high and the aircraft can be flown at very, very slow speed. Now yesterday afternoon we saw that very manoeuvre being undertaken by the F-35 Lightning, and we'll see it again this afternoon.
Such an authentic view in a 1/6 scale. Big shout out to our friends down at Cloud 9. I think, Ando, by the end of the day, and as the sun comes, that plane actually gets bigger.
Definitely. To the Cloud 9 boys.
The Cloud 9 boys, that's and girls. Big shout out to all the VIPs here today, enjoying just the start of our Central Coast Airshow.
Now that is an incredible rate of climb. As we said, this is a real jet engine. This is not a toy. There's Levi flying with Sky Aces radio control. Some of you seeing this right now might be interested in getting into flying radio control aircraft. I know back in the day when Noah had just come off the boat and I was flying little model aeroplanes, they were control line. And I crashed more of those things than I care to remember. But these days, with the radio controls that are available, they are relatively inexpensive. So you can get into this at the very low level. So go and have a talk to Levi about what it would be like if you see this as a direction for your hobby. Now comes the hard part, Rusty. He's the lander. That's the only thing that's mandatory with every flight.
Something you've got to do eventually. It's been good having him up in the air with that as well, but great show. We're going to see more of them and some different RC planes later in the day, Endo, as we can see him down there with Sparksy and Levi. Drops down in and...
Beautiful landing.
Come on, guys, Central Coast, make some noise. You can see Sparksy and Levi out there with our